This is Talk Radio, WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Play ball! Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another night of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Josh Carey welcoming you to Synovus Park in Columbus, Georgia, where tonight it is the fifth game of a six-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Columbus Clingstones. Back in Mission Command running the boards is Bailey Lowry, and this is the pregame show. The Trash Pandas will try to break open a 2-2 deadlock in this series after they've dropped the last two games of this series to the Clingstones, including last night, a very frustrating 6-0 loss to Columbus. And with that defeat, Rocket City fell to 2-2 in the second half, 37-35 overall. Meanwhile, Columbus upped its record to 2-2. They are 31-37 for half number two. In Rocket City, boy, they had their chances. They left 9 on base, but they also committed 2 errors, could only muster 5 hits. And again, they are shut out for the third time this season, as again the final is 6-0. Let's take you through what happened in last night's ball game. Rocket City had an early chance to score. They loaded the bases with 1 out. However, Cole Fontenelle would strike out swinging, and Mac McCroskey would fly to right against Lucas Braun to end that threat. Bottom half of the second, Clingstones would get on the board. With 1 out, no one on base, Dalton McIntyre would walk. Kevin Kilpatrick would double, sending McIntyre to third. And then Ambioris Tavares came through with an RBI single to play McIntyre. That would make it a 1-0 ball game, while Kilpatrick took third. After that, it was Austin Gordon who started the game. He was able to settle down. He struck out Keyshawn Ogans looking. He would walk Patrick Clohizzi. That loaded the bases with 2 away, but he struck out Luke Waddell swinging to end the threat and keep it a 1-0 ball game. So Rocket City still very much in the contest. They would start the third inning with back-to-back singles by Nick and Rowdy Rodriguez, putting runners at first and second, but Tucker Flynn, a 4-6-3 double play, and Caleb Bartolero, a strikeout swinging, ended that attempt. So it was 1-0 entering the bottom of the third, and this is where Columbus really took control of the game against a struggling Austin Gordon, who would allow the first 5 men of the third inning to reach base via hit. Jordan Groshans led things off with a double. He went to third on a single by Archer Brookman, and then an RBI single by Drew Compton scored Groshans and made it a 2-0 ball game, while Brookman took second base. Dalton McIntyre would reach on a bunt single to load them up, and then Kevin Kilpatrick would end Gordon's night with an RBI single to score Brookman and make it a 3-0 ball game. In came Lucas Knowles, bases loaded with no one out. He did get a 5-2-3 double play off the bat of Tavares, and then he got Ogans to strike out swinging. So even though Rocket City was down 3-0, they were still very much in the ball game at the end of 3 innings. In the fourth, with 2 out, they would get back-to-back singles by J.J. DeRazio and Cole Fontenelle, but Mac McCroskey would strike out swinging. That ended that inning, and then it was in the fifth when the Clingstones would add to their lead as Archer Brookman went deep over the left field wall against Lucas Knowles, a solo home run number 5, RBI number 13, and that would make it a 4-2 ball game. Clingstones added an unearned run in the 6th inning. With 1 out, Patrick Clohizzi would walk. He would steal second and third, and on the steal of third, the throw down there by catcher J.J. DeRazio got past Cole Fontenelle into left field for a E2 throwing error. That would score Clohizzi and make it a 5-2 ball game. The last time Rocket City would threaten would come in the 5th inning. They got back-to-back walks to Rowdy Rodriguez and Tucker Flint with 1 away. However, a double play ball off the bat of Caleb Bartolero ended that inning, and then the final run for the Clingstones came in the 8th inning, where with 2 out and no one on base, it was Jordan Groshans going deep to left just inside the foul pole against Kenyon Yovan. Solo home run for him, home run number 11, RBI number 36, and that made the final 6-0. Here were your totals for Rocket City: no runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, they left 9, and for Columbus, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, they left 10. Lucas Braun, he wasn't great last night, but he starts and gets the win. He goes to 2-4, 2+ innings, or pardon me, it was 5 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts to again move to 2-4. And Austin Gordon had a rough one last night. He suffers the loss to fall to 1-6, 2+ innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 4 Ks for him. No save in the game. Time of game was 2 hours and 29 minutes, and the attendance 4,457. Again, Columbus blanks Rocket City last night by the final of 6-0. There's a look at last night's recap. Before we go to break, let's give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
And we'll take a break on the pregame show. When we come back, you'll hear the final installment of my podcast interview with Trash Pandas outfielder Elijah Dunham. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Still getting ready for first pitch. Rocket City taking on Columbus this evening from Synovus Park. Josh Carey with you. On this week's edition of the Josh Carey Show podcast, I talked to Trash Pandas outfielder Elijah Dunham about his career as he enters his first season in the Angels organization. In this section of my interview, Elijah discusses what he hopes to accomplish in his baseball career. So now you're picked up by the Angels. They give you a second chance. You go through spring training and do the drills and all those things. And you find out you're coming to Rocket City. Now, let's keep in mind you've already spent some time at AAA with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Were you a little, I guess, frustrated that maybe you didn't get the chance to go to AAA?
No, not really. I understood the boat that I'm in right now. I'm not a prospect anymore. I like to say there's prospects and there's suspects, and I'm more towards the suspect side. Maybe trying just fighting, just trying to hang in there, doing everything we can. And I kind of understood that. I'm just thankful to be back in the game. Like I even told my wife, like, I'll go to rookie ball just to play again, just to play the game, like be done working a normal construction and donut shop. So coming in the spring, I was like, my goal is just to make a team. I don't care what team it is. All I want to do is just make a team, get to an affiliate, and then go from there. And so when I got assigned to Rocket City, I wasn't mad at in any bit. Yeah, I have time in AAA, but at the same time, being in AA is better than being on a construction site. Being in AA is better than working in the back of a donut shop at 4 a.m. So that's my perspective with it.
Well, and just so people know, and I don't know, you tell me, is there really that much of a difference between double and AAA?
I know data, like a lot of people that dive in the numbers say there is, but from just a player perspective, I don't think so. I think at this level that we're at with AA and AAA, it's all mental. The stuff you're seeing is pretty much the same stuff. Like, again, I've never been the big, so that could be a whole different realm. But I think at the AA and AAA level, I think it's you're facing maybe guys that are a little more fine-tuned, like with, pitchability, which, they're true pitchers versus throwers. But I think if you can stick to your plan, like mentally, be ready to go, be aggressive to the zones you're hunting, I think it's all the same from there.
You don't have to sugarcoat anything. This is a genuine question. Rocket City, where does this rank in terms of all the places you've been playing baseball?
Oh, I don't got to sugarcoat it. I've been in the Northeast, the Eastern League, and I know they've done some remodeling since I was there, but compared to that league, this league has been a blessing. Like I started. I'll never forget. We're starting in like Portland, Maine, in April or early May, one of the two, and it's 40 degrees. It's 35 degrees playing in Portland, Maine, and the stadiums are nice, like fans are good and everything, but just the weather alone, like I'd much rather it be what we're getting here in Rocket City with the fans and the stadium. It's been awesome.
You've already been on the dev list one time. You've been more or less a bench player at times this year. Now you're starting to see a little more regular action. How do you feel you're coming back from the Achilles, playing back in affiliated ball, now getting to see some regular playing time? How do you feel where you are right now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good spot. I mean, I can't complain. It's no secret. When I was coming off the dev list, I was hitting 135 or, with 400 OPS. And I'm not a huge stat guy, but that's what it was. I had 3 weeks to just look at that line, knowing that that's what I had done so far. So, where I'm at now, I feel like it's been very good from where I was. And I think if I can continue to do what I've been doing since getting off the dev list, I think we can continue getting the playing time, continue to give myself a shot to move up and give a shot for our team to win a championship.
Well, I appreciate your time. Before I let you go, I just got 3 more smaller questions I want to ask you. First off, other than making the majors, what else do you want to accomplish with your baseball career?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I've thought about this a lot. Like, obviously, want to make it to the league. And for this goal that I'm about to say to happen, it helps having service time, being in the bigs. Like, that it can prolong your career a lot. But I've always just wanted to be one of the last guys standing from my class, like in 2020. I've always said, man, if I can play till I'm 30, like, that's a successful career, not even if it's in the bigs. Like, I love this game. Like, I love hitting. I love getting in the box and competing. And if I can, play till I'm in my 30s, it's like, man, like this game, I did a lot. Like, I'm not saying if the career ended tomorrow, I would be disappointed, but that's always just kind of been a goal for me. I'm 28 and I'm like, if I can keep playing, it's just as long as I can play. If that's until I'm 30, then it's like, what? I fought. I gave it a good shot. I got, 10 years, that'd be for my whole 20s. I've been playing a game I love, and because you can't take money to the grave with you. You can't take possessions. And so it's like I'm spending the time on earth doing something I love. And if I can say I did that from my whole entire 20s, I think that'd be a successful goal of mine.
When it comes to baseball, what's your proudest accomplishment?
Proudest accomplishment coming to baseball, man. Because I have a Double-A championship with the Yankees. That was up there. Won a Big Ten regular season title. Yeah, that's tough for me. My biggest, I'd run it back to Little League. So Little League, we were a game from Williamsport. We were in the regionals on ESPN, and I'd say the biggest accomplishment was winning the state, getting all the way to the final game before going to Williamsport and lose it. We lost to Kentucky or Ohio. We lost to Ohio. But I'd say that run, I still like think about that sometimes. Like I'll go back and reminisce in old photos. So I'd say, like, I know it's just Little League, but man, those were my neighbors, and we just all came together in a backyard and we put on a run to make it to Williamsport. So I definitely say that would be one of my biggest accomplishments.
You mentioned this earlier. You're the father of 2 little girls, one of them a newborn. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That being said, what's it like hearing dad?
Oh, it's there's nothing like it. Like, it doesn't. I've been telling the guys this, man. I go 0 for 4 with 4 punchies. Hopefully it ain't gonna happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. It hasn't happened yet, but you know how it could happen. And it doesn't matter what happens in the game. I come off the field and I hear Dada. It's like, this game doesn't mean that much. It's like, I get to take care of them. I get to be with them and love them. And there's nothing like it in the world than hearing your daughter or son. I don't have a son, but my daughter saying Dada. It takes every trouble away for that little moment. And I just want to squeeze them and hug them.
Final question. One day, and you've already talked about it, this will all come to an end as a player. When your playing career is over, what do you see yourself doing?
I don't know, because I thought about it a long time last year. I had a lot of time to think about, man, what the heck am I going to do now? I honestly don't know. To this moment, that's why I feel like I'm still doing what I should be doing, because I feel like if I knew what I wanted to do exactly after, I probably shouldn't be doing this game. And we'll have when that day happens, when I get the call into the office that, hey, you're done and no one else will sniff me, then I'll have time to think about it. So I believe that whatever that is, that I can be successful at anything I do. So we'll see when that day comes.
And again, that is Trash Pandas outfielder and first baseman Elijah Dunham on the Josh Carey Show podcast. You can hear the episode in its entirety wherever you get your podcasts. And that'll do it for the pregame show. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have starting lineups and first pitch of tonight's game between the Trash Pandas and the Clingstones. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
And back here at Synovus Park, everyone, Josh Carey with you. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Bailey Lowry. The Clingstones are on the field. We have wrapped up our national anthem, and now we are ready for action this evening as Rocket City and Columbus go toe-to-toe in Game 5 of a 6-game series, with the series tied up at 2 games apiece. Here's the starting lineup for the Trash Pandas, who are 37-35 on the year, 2-2 in second-half play. Nick Rodriguez will lead things off. He'll play second base. He had a base hit last night. Rowdy Rodriguez will bat second and play right. Tucker Flint in the 3 position out and left. Jake Monroe hits cleanup. He'll play third. Caleb Bartolero will bat fifth. He's the first baseman. Juan Flores is back in the lineup. He'll do the catching and hit 6. He is 4 of 11 for the series. Cole Fontenelle bats 7th. He'll be tonight's designated hitter. Hitting 8th is the center fielder, David Calabrese, and batting 9th will be the shortstop, Mac McCroskey, as Julio Rabina, the left-hander, into his wind, and the first pitch of the ball game is a strike. He threw him a let-up. It's 0-1. First pitch is at 6:08 local time, and it's 5:08 back in the Tennessee Valley. First pitch temperature is 91 degrees, partly cloudy skies, but no threat of rain. As a broken bat dribbler towards second in Tavares, he'll flip with the glove just in time for out number 1. Boy, that was risky. I think he had plenty of time to reach in and throw with the hand, but he decided to flip it with the glove, and he almost got too much under it, almost popped it up to himself, but he was able to get it over to Compton, and they were just narrowly able to get Rodriguez, who was hustling down the line. So Nick grounds out softly to second. 256, 2 homers, 29 driven in, and here's Rowdy Rodriguez at 297, 11 dingers, and 37 batted in. Left against right as Rowdy ready to go. Open stance for the right-handed hitter. First pitch by Robina. Swing and a miss. Threw him a fastball. It's 0-1. The defense for the Clingstones, left to right, Brownshway, Clohizzy, and Kilpatrick. Third to first, Verdung, Waddell, Tavares, and Compton. Behind the plate is Farmer, and on the hill again, Julio Robina, as the fastball is high. Going to go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Robina has spent most of the season in the bullpen, has just recently been moved to the rotation. We'll see how far he goes. He goes from the third base side of the rubber. As the 1-1 is swung, popped up into shallow right. Out is Tavares. Coming in is Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick, the right fielder, will make the running catch, headed toward the infield. Shallow pop up to right by Rodriguez. 2 away in the first inning. Here's Tucker Flint, 243, 7 home runs, and 38 RBI. Your umpires behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is Tatum Littleton. He's the crew chief. At first is Caleb George, and your third base umpire is Trevor Patience. Left against left. Flint 2 of 12 for the series. As he takes the first pitch, breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Fans Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Honest service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. A half-hearted swing that time by Flint as he got tied up inside with a fastball. Didn't want to go through, but he did. That pitch was inside. It'll go to 0-2. And a chance here for Robina to wrap up a very quick first inning. Wind drifting out toward left. Very steamy afternoon here in Columbus. The windup and the 0-2. That one will miss down and away. A slider. Going to go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robina, a 6-pitch pitcher. Fastball, sinker, cutter, and then slider, sweeper, and changeup. He's out of Cuba, 25 years of age, 5'11", 170. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Called strike 3. Threw him another off-speed pitch, caught looking as Flint. Strikeout number 1 for Robina. And 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the top of the first inning. At the end of half a frame, it's Rocket City nothing and Columbus coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
1-2-3 when the Trash Pandas in the top of the first, and now the Clingstones head to the plate with a record of 31 and 37 overall, 2-2 for the second half. Patrick Clohizzi will lead things off and play center field, followed by Kyle Farmer. He'll do the catching and hit second. Luke Waddell bats third. He is at short, and batting cleanup will be Jordan Groshans. He is the designated hitter, 5 of 13 for the series. First pitch by Nate Snead is a fastball. That's called a strike, and it's 0-1. Drew Compton will hit fifth and play first. Will Verdung in the sixth position over at third. Kevin Kilpatrick Jr., he was 3 for 3 last night. He'll bat seventh and play right, and Logan Braunschwey will hit eighth. He is the left fielder as the next pitch is outside. Going to go to 1-1. And Bioris Tavares will hit ninth and play second base, and that's a look at the Columbus lineup. Playing up at third is Monroe. 1-1. Fastball just missed high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Snead trying to bounce back after a rough showing on Sunday against Montgomery. 1-3, a 6.33 ERA. The rock back and the pitch. There's a strike. Just caught the lower outside corner. Going to even at 2-2. That was a slider at 88. Wind continues to trail out to left on a mostly clear sky. Some clouds above. Next pitch is swung, hit foul at home plate. He just nicked it. A slider inside to Clohizzi. And it will stay at 2-2. Clohizzi, 260, 6 homers, and 30 driven in. He's 5 of 14 for the series with a couple of home runs. He hit that off of his front foot, and now they're going to let him shake it out. Here's the defense for the Trash Pandas. Left to right, Flint, Calabrese, and Rowdy Rodriguez. Third to first, Monroe, McCroskey, Nick Rodriguez, and Bartolero. Behind the plate floors and again on the hill, Nate Snead as the next pitch is swung and hit foul off to the left. It will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nate, again, out of the University of Tennessee. He's now been with the Trash Pandas a little more than a month. As the left-handed bat will dig back in. Clohizzy out of the University of St. Louis. He'll wait. Sneed rocks back and delivers. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3, a slider down and in. When off the plate, he got Clohizzy to chase. And for Patrick Clohizzy, that's the 3rd time he has struck out in this series. Strikeout number 1 for Sneed and 1 out in the first inning. For Kyle Farmer, the Major League rehabber, playing in his 3rd game this week for the Clingstones. He's 0 for 4 with a hit by pitch, a run scored, and a strikeout. This will be a right-on-right matchup. Sneed. He'll go to work in the first pitch to Farmer. Fastball swung and hit foul straight back. It's 0-1 for Sneed. He has pitched against Columbus once. That was on June the 4th. I remember this game. He got off to a good start, and then suddenly the 5th inning came around, and that's when the wheels came off. Here's the 0-1. Swung and again fouled straight back, this time off the backstop padding. It goes to 0-2. He went 4 1/3 innings in that game. 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them were earned. He struck out 4, walked none, and suffered the loss by the score of 5-3. Farmer, slightly open stance. Here's the 0-2. Curveball swung, launched along the line and left. Deep run for Flint. Into the corner, he looks up, and that is a foul ball as it lands beyond a picnic area that sits down that left field line. First, I thought he got all of it, but it actually wound up falling short of the wall by a good 10 feet. It will remain at 0-2 as they'll give Flint a moment to walk back to his position. Sneed ready to go. Off the line at first is Bartolero. He rocks back the 0-2. Missing away that time with a fastball. 1-2 on the right-handed hitter. Again, Farmer in his first season with the Atlanta Braves. He's played for several major league teams, most notably the Reds. 1-2. Swung and drilled into right, but right at Rodriguez. He'll come in several strides, make a couple steps toward the line, and make the catch. Farmer hit that ball hard, but out as he lined it right at Rowdy for out number 2. Farmer lines to right, 2 quick outs, and here's Luke Waddell. Waddell at .210 with 4 home runs and 30 driven in. Sneed. He's a 5-pitch pitcher, and the first pitch is swung and fouled away. Goes back to the netting behind home plate. It's 0-1. It's got a fastball, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and a cutter. The fastball is his best pitch. On a scale of 1 to 80, it's rated at 60. As the next pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. This was actually a pretty good pitch. It was a fastball low, but Waddell, who's been quiet in this series, only 2 of 16, he went down there and got it and shot it right back through the box, past a leaping Mac McCroskey. And for Waddell, that'll be hit number 1 for him, hit number 1 for either squad. And he got 1 on with 2 out for Jordan Groshans, and this is the man that Rocket City's got to be careful with. This Columbus lineup, candidly, they're struggling. It's not a great offensive lineup, but this is one of the few threats they have. Right against right. First pitch, Sneed. Going to miss down and away with a fastball. 1-0. He is .278 for the year. 11 homers, 36 driven in. He's 5 of 13 for the series with 5 RBI, including a solo homer yesterday. At the letters, Sneed, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Film a slider well down and away, and coming up empty was Groshans. 1 ball and 1 strike on the right-handed hitter. You may be wondering yourself, why in the world is a guy with Jordan Groshans' background, why is he at AA? Well, the Braves have a bit of a problem. You see, they have so many guys at the major league level who are under these long-term contracts, it's almost impossible to move anyone beneath them. Here's the pitch. Fastball, there's a strike on the lower outside corner, 1-2. Now, that being said, if there are a couple of injuries and the spot opens up, a guy like Groshans would be ready to play. But with that being said, you need a lot of things to fall your way in that regard to get a chance if you're a minor leaguer, as the pitch is a check swing foul at home plate. It's 1-2. With the exception of the pitchers, when you look at the Ozzie Albies and the Ronnie Acuñas and the Austin Rileys and the Matt Olsons and guys like that, all of those guys are locked into these long-term deals that provides no flexibility for anyone beneath them. At the belt, 1-2 pitch, swung, popped up right side, giving a look as Bartolero. That'll land in the seats down the right side, and it stays at 1-2. Really, if you're a minor leaguer, whether you're on the 40-man roster or not, you're basically just playing for next season. Like, you're hoping that another scout will pick up on what you're doing and maybe give you a chance with another organization either later this year or next season. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. A slider down and away, that tailed well away from the right-handed hitting Groshans. Strikeout number 2 for Sneed, and down go the Clingstones in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning, no score, Rocket City and Columbus, as Jake Monroe will lead things off. Middle part of the order due up for Rocket City, and the first pitch is on the outer half, a slider high and away by Robina. It's 0-1 on Monroe. Monroe, Bartolero, and Flores all due up against the left-hander Robina, who's 0-1. Swing and a miss, another changeup. He actually hung that pitch, but Monroe couldn't take advantage. It's 0-2. Jake at 250, no homers and 2 driven in. Robina 1-2, a 3.33 ERA. He'll go from the third base side of the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tried to hold up, but it was a fastball high and tight, and Monroe couldn't stop it. Was well out of the zone. He did go around. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Robina, and out number 1 in the Northrop Grumman second for Caleb Bartolero, 245 with 2 homers and 10 driven in. Uniform check, Rocket City, gray tops, gray bottoms, black lettering across the front. It says Rocket City in capital black letters with red trim, small red numeral on the left hip with black trim. As the pitch cut on and missed by Bartolero, a curveball down and in. It's 0-1. Large red numeral on the back with black trim, and then the all-black cap with Sprocket shooting through the trash can in the middle. As for the Clingstones, black tops, white bottoms, they have the Fat Peach Man on the left lapel with a small white numeral on the right lapel. Next pitch in the dirt, that'll be a changeup. And go to 1-1. They have a peach numeral on the back, all black cap, and the same fat. Well, actually, it's going to be the peach letter C in the middle with white trim. Robina appeared to get once against Rocket City. That was back on June 3rd. Next pitch is in the dirt. That was a changeup. Going to go to 2-1. In that game, he actually took the loss. He got off, came on in relief in that ball game. It was a 1-0 Columbus lead, and he got off to a fine start, then faltered late, and that's when Rocket City was able to pounce. The look in. 2-1. Another swing and a miss. A slider down and in, and will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He went 2 2/3 in that game, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 2 hits. He struck out 1 and walked another in a 3-1 defeat. Off the line at first is Compton. 2-2. Swung on, hit foul at home plate. Going to stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He last pitched on the 21st at Biloxi. Got a no decision in a 9-4 defeat. Only went 3 innings, allowed a hit on a run. Struck out 3 and walked 1. 2-2 pitch. Another swing and a foul back to the screen. Good fight here by Bartolero as he chased the curveball. That one was down and in. Going to go to 2-2. course, last week the pitching rotation was in disarray for Columbus. They had 4 different dates rained out against Biloxi. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a lace foul off to the right. Late hack that time by Bartolero, who is going up here, by the way, very aggressively. The last 2 or 3 pitches have been well off the plate, but he's gone after them, and he's fouled them away. Robina will look back in. The left-hander wheels and deals, and that one's in the dirt, a slider. Going to go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. But he went 3 innings in that game. His high water mark in an outing this year is 5 1/3 innings. That was back on May the 21st against Pensacola. I don't anticipate he'll go that far in this one, but we've been wrong before. The 3-2 pitch, here it is. Cut on and a miss, strike 3. He chased another one out of the zone to Bartolero. That was a slider inside. If he takes a couple of those, he's on base with a walk. As it is, he's the 3rd strikeout victim in a row by Robina. And 2 up, 2 down in the Northrop Grumman second for Juan Flores, who had the day off yesterday. Hitting .364 in his brief time with Rocket City, a homer and 3 driven in. All of that in this series, where he's 4 of 11. First pitch. Fastball will miss high. 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. Robina, he was in the Mexican League playing for the Tigres de Quintana Roo. Went 2-0 with a 1.47 ERA there. Pitch is swung, tap foul past third. It will even at a ball and a strike. That was over 4 starts before the Braves came calling in May. He also pitched in the World Baseball Classic for Cuba. Went in inning of the 3rd and got roughed up against Puerto Rico. 1-1. Swung on and skied into center. Coming in is Clohizzi with his glasses gleaming. The center fielder will put it away with a catch off to his right. Flying to center is Flores, and 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the Northrop Grumman second inning. We'll move to the bottom half. Still no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Valley Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Valley Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second, no score, Rocket City and Columbus. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. 2-0 for the Clingstones. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Compton, Verdung, and Kilpatrick, against Nate Sneed, who faced 4 men in the first, allowed a single and struck out 2, and the first pitch rolled 2 first. Moving toward the line is Bartolero as he fields it on a forehand. He'll run to the bag in time 3 unassisted as Compton, 185, 3 homers, and 14 driven in, goes after the first pitch he sees and grounds out to first. Here's Will Verdung now, 116, no homers, and 1 driven in. Like I said, Sneed struggled last Sunday against Montgomery. It should be noted, however, it was his second start of the week as the first pitch is going to miss inside a fastball. 1-0, and ironically, it was his third start against Montgomery for the season, so I think the Biscuits were finally able to figure him out. Here's the 1-0. Fastball grounded to second. Easy routine play for Nick Rodriguez. Fires on to first in time for out number 2 for Dung. Tried to go to the off-field, but he hit it just to the right of second where Rodriguez was stationed. And Nick threw on to first for the second out. And here's Kevin Kilpatrick Jr., 255, 3 home runs, 13 RBI for him. So on Sunday, Nate went only 2 innings, allowed 5 earned runs on 5 hits, struck out 1, walked 2 in a, 11-3 loss as the first pitch fouled away by Kilpatrick. It's 0-1. The start before against the Biscuits, he was great. 6 innings, a hit, a run. He struck out 4, walked 1 as the fastball is high and in. Even now at a ball and a strike, he didn't get any run support. However, Rocket City won 3-2. Nate was hit with a no decision. 1-1. Fastball, there's a strike. 1-2, and a chance for Snead to end the inning. He did pitch against Columbus. I mentioned that earlier. He also faced the Biscuits in his first Trash Panda game on May the 28th. Took a loss there as the pitch is down and away with a four-seam fastball. 2-2 on the right-handed hitter. Allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits in that game. So he's seen a lot of Montgomery. Good for him to see maybe a different uniform this time around. Here's the 2-2. Fastball called. Strike 3 as it nipped the outside corner. Kilpatrick caught looking. Strikeout number 3 for Snead. He's off to a great start as he has retired 6 of the first 7 men he has faced, 3 of them by way of strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Clingstones in the Northrop Grumman second inning. We'll move to the third. No score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the third, no score, Rocket City and Columbus do up for the Trash Pandas. Bottom third of the order, Fontanelle, Calabrese, and McCroskey against Julio Rabina. This will be a left-on-right matchup, slightly open stance for Cole. And the pitch by Rabina is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Fontanelle, 177, 2 home runs, and 15 driven in. He is 2 of 13 for the series. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman, Tavares. 0-1 pitch, down and in. Missed with a fastball. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcasts of every game, Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Next pitch is cut on and missed by Fontanelle. It's 1-2. Cole really fighting it right now. Of his 13 at-bats, 7 of them have resulted in strikeout. Here's the windup and the 1-2. Swung and hit foul off to the right. Going to stay at 1-2. And again, the thing that concerns you about Cole, look, the batting average is a struggle, but you can live with it if he's putting the ball in play and trying to make things happen. But that's been a struggle, just getting the ball in play. The 1-2 to Fontanelle. Another swing and a miss and another strikeout. That'll be a slider down and in. Fontanelle is strikeout number 4 for Robina. And one away in the third inning. And here's David Calabrese. David at 190, a homer, and 12 driven in. He's 2 of 9 for the series so far. Well, earlier today, it was the Red Sox defeating the Yankees. You heard that game on ESPN 97.7 The Zone. Bo Sox a winner 4-1 as the pitch is a strike to Calabrese. 0-1 to him. Coming up later tonight, the Braves are at the Giants and the Angels are hosting the Athletics. Braves won yesterday 3-1. A's defeated Los Angeles 9-3. Pitch is swung, tapped softly up the first base line. That's going to hit the bag and carry him away, and that's going to be a single. What a break. It trickled up the first base line. Compton chose to wait back on it. If he charges a little more aggressively, maybe he gets to that ball before it hits the bag. I'd have to take a look at a replay, but it just dribbled up that first base line. He wasn't able to get up to it, and the ball hit the bag, popped in the air, and away from Compton, and a little cheap hit there for Calabrese. He'll take it. That's the first hit of the game for Rocket City. Just a slow dribbler, and runner at first with 1 away. Here's Mac McCroskey. 197 with, and now we're going to get a pitch clock. That's going to go on Robina. He asked for a new baseball, and he flipped the old ball to the first base dugout, and in the midst of doing that, the pitch clock ran out. So it's 1-0. McCroskey, 197, 3 homers, 13 driven in. The 1-0 pitch, he squares the bunt, lays it down right of the mound, backhanded. Robina will go to first on a long underhand toss, and that toss almost took too long. McCroskey was hustling hard down the line. He almost beat it out, but he was just short. Moving first to second on the sacrifice, 1-3 is Calabrese. So Rocket City with a chance to draw first blood. Runner at second with 2 away. Here's Nick Rodriguez. Again, whenever you want a new baseball, and keep in mind, you have to call time. If he doesn't call time in time, then the pitch clock continues to roll. That apparently didn't happen for Robina, and that's why he was hit with the pitch clock violation. If they had granted him time and given him a new baseball, they would have restarted the pitch clock. Quick meeting at the mound between Farmer and Robina. Nick Rodriguez grounded to second to lead off the ball game, as leading away at second is Calabrese. They'll play straight away in the outfield. Up at third is Verdun. Left on left. First pitch. Swung, laced into left field. That one's going to get down for a hit. Runner at third. Up is Braunschweig. Throw to the plate is going to be offline. An RBI single by Nick Rodriguez, and it's 1-0. He slashed it to the opposite field. Coming up on a bounce was Braunschweig, but again with 2 out, Calabrese is off at the crack of the bat. He runs very well, and he scored with relative ease as that ball went up the third base line. Staying at first is Nick Rodriguez. He'll drive in his 30th run of the season, and the Trash Pandas take a 1-0 lead. That is also his 4th hit of the series. So a runner at first with 2 away. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez, left on right, and Rowdy takes a pitch in the dirt. That's going to get away from Farmer, and moving to second will be Nick Rodriguez. I don't have a monitor, but I'd be inclined to give Farmer a pass ball. Yeah, it was low, and it may have skipped in the dirt, but he kind of tried to palm at that ball. It was not a very fast pitch. It was a curveball at 77. Frankly, he should have stopped it, but it got past him. We'll wait to see how they scored, and they will give him a pass ball. So that'll put Nick Rodriguez at second in the count 1-0. Left against right. Rowdy flew to right his first time, and now a broken bat dribbler up the middle, fielded on a backhand by Tavares. Off-balance throw in time, nice play, and the inning is over. The barrel of the bat winds up to the third base side of the mound along the grass. Great play by Tavares, ranged up the middle, backhanded behind the second base back, and with his momentum carrying him to left, he made an off-balance throw to first, and out 4-3 is Rodriguez. That'll end the inning. For Rocket City, they get a run. It's earned. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning. 1 runner left on base. Bottom third on its way. It's 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Logan Brownshway to lead things off, and he takes a first pitch strike by Nate Sneed. It's 0-1 off the fastball. 1-0 Trash Pandas, and due up for the Clingstones. It's the 8-9-1 hitters, Brownshway, Tavares, and Clohizzi are all scheduled to bat. Sneed rears back and delivers, and the fastball is high and away. It will go to 1-1. Brownshway, 194 with 5 RBI. Playing up at third and off the line is Monroe. Everyone else is straight away. Sneed has retired 6 of the 7 men he's faced. Next pitch is outside. That was another fastball. 2-1. That one floated in there at 85. I'll tell you what, when Nate throws that four-seamer, he's not afraid to take a little off. He'll peer in on Brownshway. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Slider, he left that one high, and he got Brownshway to chase. Count evens at 2-2. Brownshway struggling in this series. 0 of 8 with 3 strikeouts. Former UAB Blazer. The left-handed hitter will stand back in. Open stance. Sneed into his wind, the 2-2. Swung and sliced along the line and left. Drifting into foul ground is Flint. He'll watch it leave the field to play. And Flint kind of put his hands to his head. I'm hoping that everyone's all right down there. It was close. At first I thought maybe he threw his hands up because he had a play, but he didn't go after it. I wasn't sure if it landed in foul territory or not, but then I'm hoping that no one got hit down there. I think everyone's okay. As the 2-2 is swung and hit foul straight back, remaining at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That left field corner is really cut off from us. Again, we're about halfway up the third base line on press row, but I think he was just concerned that someone may have been hit by the ball, but apparently all is all right. 2-2 on the left-handed hitter. Sneed into his windup, the pitch. Just missed inside. Boy, that one was close. It was off, but not by much. It goes to 3-2. A fastball at 95, and Brownshway works a payoff pitch. Wind continues to drift out toward left. Here's the 3-2. Swung, rolled to second, fielded on the backhand is Nick Rodriguez. He'll fire on to first in time for out number 1. Good at bat by Brownshway, but ultimately he grounds out. 1 up, 1 gone for Ambioris Tavares. 171 with 3 homers and 19 driven in. Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long as the pitch is grounded at short. Circling is McCroskey. Fields throws to first in time, and that'll be out number 2 here in the third. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time in-hand stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today. 2 quick outs. Here's Patrick Clohizzi, who struck out swinging back in the first, and the first pitch is inside to the left-handed hitter. 1-0. So far, so good for Sneed. He has struck out 3, and he's gotten 4 groundouts. Next offering, there's a strike. Another fastball, high fastball that time. Going to even out 1-1. He's given up 1 flyout. That was a line drive by Kyle Farmer to right in the first. Next pitch, swung on and hit foul at home plate. He was fooled on the slider that time was Clohizzi, and he hit it into the ground. 1-2, and a chance here for Sneed to wrap up the third, as that one caught a piece of home plate umpire Tatum Littleton. And walking the ball out there is Juan Flores to give Littleton a chance to recover. He's set to go. Clohizzi will wait. Here's the 1-2 by Sneed. Swung and hit foul off to the left. That was another four-seam fastball at 95, and he tried to punch it to the off-field. We'll do it again as it remains at 1-2. One more game to go in this series. That'll be tomorrow. 11:50 airtime, 12:05 first pitch as Joel Hurtado will go back out there for Rocket City against Herrick Hernandez. A rematch of Tuesday's game, which was a win for the Trash Pandas. Sneed likes what he sees from Flores. And the delivery swung, fouled away, and Clohizzi proving to be a pest. Remaining at 1-2 strikes. Clohizzi will call time as that foul ball gets loose. Joe Cruzel, the Rocket City manager, picks it up. Now we're ready to go. Sneed likes what he sees. The 1-2. Swung, pop, foul, back our way. That'll land on the roof of Synovus Park and remain at 1-2 strikes. And a nice play made by a fan from Phoenix City, Alabama, just across the river. Staying at 2 strikes. Sneed ready to go again. Next offering hit hard, but right at Bartolero. He knocks it down while going to a knee. Gets up, runs to first in time to get the 3 unassisted on Patrick Clohizzi, who rolls to first. And 1-2-3 go the Clingstones in the bottom of the third inning. At the end of 3, Rocket City up 1-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 is your score as Rocket City leads Columbus. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. So here's Flint to lead things off. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Left-on-left matchup. And the first pitch by Robina is a ball that actually should have been a strike. It caught the lower outside corner, but called off the plate by home plate umpire Tatum Littleton. It's 1-0. Flint readies himself. Next pitch. There's a strike. Going to go to 1-1. Like I mentioned, Robina, he was in the Mexican League before the Braves came calling last month. Mexican League, a little interesting. Open stance for Flint. Next pitch is away. That was a slider. Going to go to 2-1. A lot of people say it's on par with AAA ball. I'm not sure if I believe that, or at least it used to be. They play a much shorter schedule down there. The 2-1. Fastball down and away. 3 balls and a strike. For any of you Braves fans, that's where Julio Franco came from way back when. Remember, he joined Atlanta late in the 2001 season from the Mexican League, tore it up, and wound up staying with Atlanta for the next 5 years. 3-1 pitch to Flint. Swung and dribbled up the first baseline. That's a foul ball. That'll carry him onto the grass. Count will run full to 3-2. But there's an interesting code within the Mexican League that I learned about today. It's kind of like the Mafia, except people don't get killed. It's just a baseball form of martial law, if you will. So in one of the coaches for Columbus is their hitting coach, a man named Grant Kay, who ended his professional career in the Mexican League. And when he played his final year, here's the look in by Robina. 3-2 pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss. He was late on a sinker. Down swinging goes Flint. That'll be strikeout number 4. Or actually, strikeout number 5 now for Robina. Out number 1 in the 4th inning for Jake Monroe. He struck out swinging his first time up. But anyway, Grant K, final year was in the Mexican League, and at the time, one of the opposing teams, one of their relievers was Fernando Rodney. I don't know if anyone remembers that name. The pitch is a curveball outside, 1-0. Fernando was one of the better closers of his era. He pitched for several teams, namely the Athletics, the Tigers, a few others. He was a journeyman. As the 1-0 is hit foul off to the right. 1-1. In fact, Fernando, he was one of those guys. He would sign with a team that usually wasn't very good at the beginning of the year, and then he would pitch lights out and then get traded at the trade deadline to go pitch for a contender. Anyway, there was an interesting rule when Rodney would pitch that other teams had to follow, and that was you had to take the first pitch. Here's the next offering. Swung on, bounded to third. Charging in is Verdung. Up, off-balance throw to first in time for out number 2. Good stretch at first by Compton. Monroe grounds out softly to third. 2 away for Caleb Bartolero, who struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. So it didn't matter the situation, but when you faced Fernando Rodney, unless you were a major leaguer yourself, you stood in there, you took a pitch, whether it was a strike or a ball, you took it, and then after that you could cruise into a regular at-bat. Well, Grant K knew that, and he would always stand in, take the first pitch, and then compete the rest of the at-bat as the pitch is inside, 1-0. Well, one of his teammates didn't know that rule, and he goes up there against Rodney, who's expecting the first pitch to be taken. He grooves a fastball, and this guy hits a 400-foot foul ball down the left field line. Next pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Sure enough, very next pitch, he catches one right in the ear. I found that a rather interesting story. You don't really hear of that too often. Here's the 2-0. Swung on and drilled into right center field. Drifting back Lohizzi, though. He'll circle shy of the track. He reaches up, makes the catch along the cut of the grass onto the warning track. Bartolero gives it a ride, but out to deep right center field. And the center fielder, Clohizzi, reels it in. 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the top of the 4th inning. Bottom half on its way. It's 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
A little Mariah Carey over the PA as standing in to lead things off is Kyle Farmer. He lined out to right his first time up as Nate Sneed goes back to work for Rocket City. They lead at 1-0. First pitch is a fastball. There's a strike, and it's 0-1 to Farmer, who's now 0 for 5 in the series. Sneed has looked good so far. He has he has struck out 3 of the first 10 men he's faced. The 0-1 fastball bounced at third, waiting back on his second hop is Monroe, sets his feet, fires across the diamond in time, and Kyle Farmer is out number 1 in the fourth inning, and now Luke Waddell, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Again, Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Bally Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time in-hand stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Bally Sports Live today. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Sneed works quickly. Next offering, missing high and away. That was a sinker, going to even at a ball and a strike. Off the line at third is Monroe. Everyone else is straight away. Next pitch by Sneed. That one down and in. 2-1. I mentioned Sneed out of the University of Tennessee. A lot of people forget he started his collegiate career at Wichita State. I only bring that up. They used to be the Gonzaga, if you will, of college baseball. The look in by Sneed, the 2-1. Swung on, tapped softly over the mound towards second. In is Rodriguez, up off balance throw to first in time to get Waddell. And that'll be out number 2. A very soft ground ball, 61 off the bat. Went past Sneed, but able to charge in was Nick Rodriguez to make the field and the throw. 2 outs in the fourth inning. Here's Jordan Groshans. He struck out swinging his first time. But the Shockers, especially back in the 90s, they were a powerhouse in college baseball. In fact, they won a College World Series, I believe, in 1991. And they've remained relevant for the most part. They're now a member of the American Conference. Same conference as UAB. Right on right against Groshans. Fastball is a strike. It's 0-1. But I'll tell you, college baseball, just kind of like all college sports, it's become consolidated into really only 1 or 2 conferences, namely the SEC and maybe a little bit of the ACC. Fastball is high. 1-1 on Groshans. Jordan waits. Next pitch. Fastball popped up into right field, drifting toward the line. Now slowing up is Rowdy Rodriguez. About 5 feet from the chalk. He'll make the call and the catch on the warning track leading to the foul line. A fly out to right by Jordan Groshans. 1-2-3 go the Clingstones in the bottom of the fourth inning. We move to the fifth. 1-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Bally Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We move to the fifth inning. Trash Pandas leading at 1-0 and due up for Rocket City. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Flores, Fontanelle, and Calabrese against Julio Robina. This is a left-on-right matchup as Flores will step in. The first pitch swung and hit foul straight back out of the stadium. 0-1 on the right-handed hitting Flores, who flew out to center in the second inning. Again, Rocket City, 1 run that came in the third inning on a 2-out RBI single by Nick Rodriguez, scoring David Calabrese from third. Robina's next pitch is hit foul at home plate. It'll trickle up the third base line and go to 0-2 as Flores chased a changeup out of the zone. And actually, that one caught a piece of Farmer. They'll let him recover. Flores, 4 of 12 for the series, and now he'll use his one timeout and step out of the box. Robina, this season is his 4th season at the AA level. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Went with a fastball up and in. Flores comes up empty. Strikeout number 6 for Robina. Out number 1 in the 5th inning. For Cole Fontenelle, he also went down on strike swinging his first time up. Let's see. He also pitched for the Astros organization, did Robina, at AA Corpus Christi. That was parts of 3 seasons, 22 to 24. First pitch is a strike, a curveball that just caught the lower inside corner. 0-1 to Cole. Named the Texas League Pitcher of the Week 2 times in 2023. Was also the Texas League Pitcher of the Month for September of 23. The 0-1, another swing and a miss, a changeup down and in. And Fontenelle down in the count, 0-2. Astros signed him as a international free agent in 2017. Robina, he'll start from the letters, third base side of the rubber. Here's the 0-2. Swung and hit foul to the right. Going to remain at no balls and 2 strikes. The look back in, Robina, 0-2. In the dirt, did he go? No, he did not, as he held up his swing. Says first base umpire Caleb George. That was on a curveball down and in. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Robina, in his career, has 64 starts, 59 of them in the Astros organization. The 1-2, here it is. Swung in a looping line drive into right field for a base hit. Cole Fontenelle. That slider was inside, but he inside out of the ball and flared it into right. He'll pick up his first hit of the game. That's hit number 3 for the Trash Pandas. 1 man on with 1 man out. Here is David Calabrese, who singled and ultimately came in to score his first time up. So Fontenelle on at first. We'll see if they put him on the move. He's 4 of 4 in the stolen base department. Playing up at third is Verdung. Holding the runner at first is Compton. For Robina, first pitch. Swung, inside out swing, flare into left center for a base hit. To second goes Fontenelle. He had to hold up. He'll stop there. Just a little jam shot. It was a sinker up and in, and Calabrese, the left-handed hitter, he was able to just narrowly get around on it. He was jammed, but he fought it to the opposite field and just narrowly cued it over the head of the shortstop Waddell into left center field. Fontenelle takes second. Calabrese now on at first, and you got 2 on with 1 out for Mac McCroskey, who laid down a sac bunt to the pitcher his first time. We'll see if they do the same thing. Playing up at third is Verdung. Playing back at first is Compton. Left on right, he's swinging, and he takes a pitch low. That should have been a strike, but it was called a ball. It's 1-0. That one easily caught the zone. Robina a little frustrated by that. But Robina, he pitched for the Astros through the 24 season. Last year, he was in the American Association. That's indie ball. Here's the set, the 1-0. Swung, lobbed out into right field, but going back on it, Kilpatrick. He'll make the catch. Tagging at second, moving to third will be Fontenelle. He'll stop there. Staying at first is Calabrese, and that'll be out number 2. McCroskey hit that ball hard. It actually had a little more carry to it. He also went to the opposite field. Kilpatrick almost got caught as well. He started over and in for that ball, then realized he had to go back as McCroskey hit that ball harder than I think he thought. So a fly out to right for out number 2. Fontenelle moves to third. Calabrese remains at first. And they're at the corners with 2 away for Nick Rodriguez, who singled in a run his last time up. He has also rolled to second. And he has a little bit of room on that right side as a Clingstone apparently had to use the restroom. He was in the clubhouse beyond the right field wall, and now he's just made his way back, and he's running across the warning track to left center field where their bullpen is located. Now we're set to go as Rodriguez will stand in. Left against left. Nick waits. First pitch. In the dirt. Nice backhand stop by the catcher, Farmer. It's 1-0. For what it's worth, Nick Rodriguez only batting $150 against left-handers. But he still came through with that single against Robina his last time up. Runners will lead away from the letters. 1-0 pitch. Swung, rolled to short, waiting back, fielding, throwing to first Waddell just in time to get Nick Rodriguez, who grounds out to short, and Rocket City will strand 2 in the 5th inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left. We're halfway home. Rocket City leads at 1-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Rocket City leads at 1-0. Before we get to it, let's give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
First pitch is a fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Compton, Verdung, and Kilpatrick, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, due up for Columbus as the next pitch is fouled straight back out of the stadium. Goes to 1-1. Well, I did something that has become a tradition for me earlier today as we arrived at the ballpark. Here's the look in. 1-1. Pitch is a breaking ball grounded at first, backhanded by Bartolero. He will feed Sneed covering in time for a routine 3-1 putout. Another ground out for Nate Sneed as Compton rolls one over. One away, here's Will Verdung. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. I went running on this river walk that sits just behind the stadium along the Chattahoochee River. That's something I used to do. When I was with the Rome Braves, we would come here and play the Rays affiliate, and we would always show up 1 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game, so I had nothing to do, and I would do that. Pitch is slap foul past third. It's 0-1, and boy, did I pay for it. It was hot. You get that humidity coming off the river. The only good news is we had a little bit of cloud cover. That has since departed, and you got the sun beaming down on these guys as the count is 0-1 on Verdung. And then we went down there for batting practice, and, man, it was a sauna. Sneed looks back in. Verdung waits. Sneed ready to go. Here's the 0-1. Swung, hit foul, straight back. Going to go to 0-2 as we enter the second half of this ball game. Sneed is now up to 58 pitches. His high water mark is 80. That was back on June the 10th. 0-2. Did he go on the check swing? Yes, he did. That was a curveball low, and unable to hold up that time was Verdung. He strikes out swinging. Making the call was home plate umpire Tatum Littleton. Verdung K's. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Sneed, and out number 2 in the 5th inning for Kevin Kilpatrick Jr., who struck out looking his first time. 1-4-0 for Rocket City, 0-1-0 for Columbus. Sneed pitching a good one. Here's his first offering. Fastball missing inside. It's 1-0. This is the type of night where if you can cobble together another run or two, that may just about do it. Rocket City again up 1-0. Slightly open stance. Kilpatrick. Next pitch is swung through and missed. It's a slider, and it goes to 1-1. Kilpatrick, like I mentioned, went 3 for 3 last night. Also had 3 fine defensive plays in right field as the 1-1 is hit hard and foul down the right side. He was late on a fastball, tried to punch it to the off field, and it tailed into the concourse area. 1-2 the count, a chance for Sneed to wrap up the fifth inning. The right-handed batter waits. Nate winds up and fires. Just missed the outside corner. He went slider that time, and that one looped in there. About a mid-80s slider just off the plate. 2-2 on Kilpatrick. Sneed working quickly, 2-2. Swung and bounced foul past third. Went back to the curveball. That time he actually hung it, and he lived to tell the tale. It will remain at 2 strikes. No one throwing in either bullpen, so we have locked into a pitcher's duel here between Sneed and Robina. Nate trying to end the inning. He'll get the sign from Flores. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Just missed outside again. Went four-seam fastball, and it was off the plate. So it will run full to 3-2. Logan Braunschweig waits on deck, but we'd rather see him in the sixth. Payoff pitch. Swung, grounded up the middle to his left. McCroskey patted the glove, throw to first, just in time to get the speedy Kilpatrick as Mack had to make an off-balance throw. 6-3 on the putout. Kilpatrick retired, and yet again, 1-2-3 go the Clingstones, this time in the bottom of the fifth inning. We're at the end of 5, 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the sixth inning. Tyler Tolvey now into the game, catching for Columbus. This has been the status quo for Farmer this week on his MLB rehab assignment. He'll make a couple of plate appearances, then call it a night. As the first pitch is a fastball, a strike to Rowdy Rodriguez, 0-1. Rowdy Rodriguez, Flint, and Monroe, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up against Julio Robina, who's pitched to Dandy himself. He's allowed to run on 4 hits to this point. Next offering to Rowdy is swung on and hit foul at home plate, a changeup. Chase one low. It will go to 0-2. So Tolvey will catch and bat second. Farmer will end the night 0-2 with a line out to right and a ground out to third. Rowdy taking a moment before he stands back in. He's ready. 0-2 is hit foul, straight back to the screen. It will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Well, earlier today, the Angels, our parent ball club, they had a press conference welcoming John Mozeliak to the front office, the interim GM and interim baseball operations director, as the pitch is in the dirt. It will go to 2-2. Some interesting takeaways from that press conference that we'll talk about here in just a moment, as Rodriguez ready again. 0-2, a fly out to right and a ground out to second. Next offering, that'll miss low. Throw him a changeup again. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, 1-0 your score. Rocket City leads it as we play the top of the 6th inning. Off the line at first is Compton. Robina from the third base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Swung, bounded towards second, moving to his left along 2 hops. Making the throw to first is Tavares. And that'll be the first out of the 6th inning as Rodriguez continues to struggle in this series. He's 0 for 3 today. 2 of 16 for the series. And here's Tucker Flint, 0 of 2. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging. So a couple of things to take away. Number one, Mozeliak said that he is under contract through December. This is left on left as Flint digs in. Open stance for him. And the fastball is high, 1-0. Now, he also said he might be willing to stick around longer, but anyone who was at that meeting, they took away from that it doesn't sound like he plans to be there long term, which you can certainly understand. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, strike, 1-1, only because he just came off of a 30-year run between a 30-year run with the Cardinals and another 3 with the Rockies. I'm sure he's willing to take some time off, but he at least wants to move the Angels into what they perceive to be the right direction. The 1-1. Pitch is swung, popped up behind home plate, up the third base line. Tovey throws the mask away. He'll make the catch. On the warning track, just to the right of the Rocket City first base dugout, Flint fouls out to the catcher. And 2 quick outs in the 6th inning for Jake Monroe, who's 0 for 2. A strikeout swinging and a bounce out to third. So that was the first real takeaway. It doesn't sound like he's planning to take on the full-time job, although that could change. He did say that if he sticks around into next season, that is a possibility. Off the line at first is Compton. First pitch to Monroe is a swing and a miss by Jake. 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Monroe, again, 0 for 2. Other thing that was kind of taken away from that is how the firing of Perry Minasian went down. 0-1. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. Mozeliak says he still hasn't spoken to team owner Artie Moreno. All of his conversations happened with Molly Jolly, who is the new president for the Angels. I found that a little surprising. The 0-2 down and away, a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I only say that because everyone knows how involved Artie is with the baseball decisions. You would have thought that he would have been the one to meet Perry face-to-face, but apparently that wasn't the case. Monroe ready to go. Next pitch on the way. Breaking ball. That was a curve. That's outside. 2-2. He also said he's going to leave it to the scouting department. Mozeliak, I mean. He's going to leave it to the scouting department to run the upcoming draft, and he'll be involved in some of the trade deadline decisions that are coming up at the end of July. Here's the 2-2. A fastball swung on and missed, down and in. Monroe strikes out swinging. That'll be strikeout number 7 for Robina. Yet again, 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the 6th inning. And they also mentioned that it'll be Mozeliak who will try to move them in the right direction in finding their next general manager. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rocket City leading at 1-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Rocket City, a little surprisingly here, going to go to their bullpen as Blake Wyman will take over and face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Brownshway, Tavares, and Clohizzi all due up as the first pitch is a bunt. It's popped up and going to be caught by Wyman for out number 1. He squared the bunt. He popped it in the air, and Wyman got a great break off the rubber, charge toward home, and made the catch right about halfway between the rubber and the plate, and was able to make the catch on the bunt by Brownshway, who's now 0 for 2 with that pop-up and a ground out to second. So a good start to the bottom of the 6th inning on the pop-up bunt. Here's Ambioris Tavares. He's 0 for 1 with a rollout to short. For some reason, when Wyman made that play, he threw on to first. I don't believe it hit the ground as the first pitch is launched to deep right. Back goes Rodriguez. He turns, he looks, and watches it fly. An opposite field solo home run by Ambioris Tavares, who continues to pound Rocket City pitching this week. The 171 hitter is now 5 of 14 for the series. That's his first home run of the series, his 4th of the year, and RBI number 20. And we are tied about 1. And by the wayside goes that great pitching performance by Snead, who, you know, I know we're about development and I know pitch count's a thing, but I really thought he could have gone another inning. But still, he's taken out, and Wyman gives up the lead on one swing of Tavares' bat. And the first pitch is laced into right center by Clohizzi. That's going to get down for a hit and split the gap, go to the wall. Clohizzi on his way to second. He's at second. He'll put the brakes on there as getting the ball back in quickly is Calabrese. So Wyman, after that pop-up bunt, he's gone back-to-back pitches and given up a home run and now a double. And for Clohizzi, he's now 1 of 3 with a double, a rollout to first, and a strikeout swinging. So final line on Nate Snead, 5 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He only allowed 1 base runner. That was a 2-out single but to Luke Waddell in the first inning. Outside of that, he was terrific, and again, he only threw 66 pitches. Here's Kyle Farmer. Oh, actually, I beg your pardon. This is Tyler Tovey now hitting for Kyle Farmer, who was taken out of the game last inning, and the first pitch to Tovey is a strike. It's 0-1, so we'll get you Wyman's numbers in just a moment, but first for Tovey. We've seen him before in this series, hitting .081 with a homer and 6 driven in. Left against left. Wyman, next pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw him a sweeper down and away, and it will go to 0-2. Let's see, for Wyman, this is only his 2nd appearance of the season. He pitched earlier this week for Rocket City, gave up a run as leading at second Clohizzi. Next offering, down and away, threw him another sweeper. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Wyman, 1 inning, 2 hits, a run, it's earned. He struck out 2. And let's see, I think it was Wednesday that he pitched. This is a left-on-left matchup as he'll check the runner to second. Next offering. Swung, and that one's sent into deep right. Back goes Rowdy again at the track, at the wall, leaps up, makes a great catch for out number 2. He drops it. They're going to say it's on the exchange, and back to second is Clohizzi. That was close. He went back to the base of the wall, leapt up, made the catch, crashed into the wall, and as he tried to take the ball from his glove, he dropped it. For a moment, everyone thought it was a base hit, but correctly, the third base umpire, Trevor Patience, called Tovey out, but Tyler Tovey, who has struggled mightily at the plate this season, almost hit his 2nd home run of the series, taking Rodriguez back to the wall. 2 away, runner at second. Here's Waddell now, left against left, and the first pitch by Blake is a fastball. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Waddell with a single in the first and a ground out to second in the 4th. Lead at second by Clohizzi. He runs very well. Check back there, Wyman. High leg kick and the pitch. Swung, rolled softly to second. Rodriguez up. He'll go on to first in time. 4-3 on the putout, and the side is retired. But the Clingstones tie this game up on the solo home run by Tavares. That was 1 of 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 6, we're now tied up at 1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Owen Hackman now into the game for Columbus as Julio Robina wraps up a great outing. He went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, a run that was earned. He walked none, struck out 7, and like his fellow starting counterpart, Nate Snead, both will receive a no decision. Right on right as the first pitch to Caleb Bartolero is a strike. It's 0-1. 1-1 your score as we now move into the late innings, and it's going to come down to the bullpens. Bartolero 0 of 2, a strikeout swinging and a fly out to center. Next offering, swung and hit foul straight back. Bartolero, who's now 2 of 13 for the series, is down in the count 0-2. We've seen Hackman before this week. He pitched on Wednesday and pitched well, inning and 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Right against right, next offering, down and away. That was a slider. It'll go to a ball and 2 strikes. Hackman, he's out of California, Los Angeles to be exact. 9th round selection in 2024. Pitched at Loyola Marymount. 1-2. That one down and away. That's another slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whenever I hear Loyola Marymount, I think of those great basketball teams of the late 80s and early 90s with the late Hank Gathers. 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Bartolero doesn't like it, but it caught the black. He's rung up, second time he's K'd today. Strikeout number 1 for Hackman, out number 1 in the 7th inning. They ran that high-tempo offense where they would score 160, 170 points a game easily. They were a fun team to watch. They didn't win a national title, but they were kings of the West Coast Conference for a few years as the pitch is down and away on a cutter. It's 0-1. So Hackman, he goes out to the bump. Flores will stand back in. Hackman from the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and delivers. Fastball cut through and missed. When high and tight on the young hitter, it will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Hackman 1-1, 3.60 ERA, 13th appearance to go along with 2 starts. He's 1 of 1 in saves, 20 in the 3rd innings. As the next offering, fastball swung through and missed, threw it high and away. 1-2, 18 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. He's allowed 4 homers in those 20 innings, so keep that in mind. He's walked 6, struck out 27 now. Opponents are hitting .250 against him. Flores will stand back in, a fly out to center and a strikeout swinging for him. Here's the 1-2, another swing and a miss. Another fastball high and out of the zone, and that's going to be a problem there for Flores. Remember, he's only 20 years old. He will be susceptible to chasing pitches out of the strike zone just because he's a young hitter who hasn't seen guys pitch at this level. So there's going to be bumps in the road. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 Ks. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hackman. And here's Cole Fontenelle, who's 1 for 2. And Cole Turns one around and lines it out into the right, but back on it goes Kilpatrick. He'll make the catch as Fontenelle laced 108 off the bat, but he hit it right at Kilpatrick, who went back at the cut of the grass on the warning track, made the snare. Cole now 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and that line out to right, and 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the top of the 7th inning. Time to stretch. We're tied up at 1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Blake Wyman will stay out there for a second inning of work, and he'll face the middle part of the order. Groshans, Compton, and Verdung all due up as it's a 1-1 score. Groshans to lead it off, 0 for 2, a strikeout swinging and a flyout to right. Left on right matchup, and the first pitch by Wyman is a swing and a foul tip at home plate that caught a piece of home plate umpire Tatum Littleton. And Flores will walk the ball out there to give Littleton a chance to recover as it goes to 0-1. Again, Wyman came on in the 6th inning and gave up the game-tying home run to Ambioris Taveras, who suddenly has taken off like a firecracker here in this series. He's got 5 hits and 14 at-bats. Rocket City has not been able to cool him off despite a rather dreadful season at the plate. Littleton okay as we resume action. Here's the 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Good sweeper again. That's been the prime pitch for Wyman as it goes to 0-2 on Groshans. After that home run, he gave up a double to Clohizzi and then almost gave up another home run to Tolvey. That one was caught at the base of the wall, and then Waddell rolled to second to end the frame. So we'll see if Wyman can bounce back from that out of the University of Kansas. 0-2. Swung, bounced at third, waiting back on 2 hops. Monroe pats the glove, goes across the diamond in time. Groshans 0 for 3 tonight with that ground out to third. And 1 out in the 7th inning for Drew Compton.
First baseman, number 45, Drew Compton.
Compton 0 of 2 with 2 ground outs to first. Wind has started to pick up again. We haven't talked about that over the last few innings, but it's blowing out toward center field. I would guess at about 10 miles an hour. Left on right on this mostly sunny evening. First pitch. Swung, bounced to short. Moving to his left to field is McCroskey. He goes on to first in time for out number 2. A 2-hopper by Compton. 3 pitches, 2 outs in the 7th inning. And now Will Verdung will come to the plate.
Now batting third baseman, number 61, Will Verdung.
Verdung 0 of 2. He's rolled to second, and he struck out swinging. But again, another steamy Saturday here in Columbus, Georgia. 91 degrees at first pitch, and now it's starting to heat up on the field. 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. There's a strike through him, a sweeper that just clipped the outside corner. It's 0-1 on Verdung, who's now 1 of 14 for the series. They play him straight away in the outfield. Wyman from the belt. Next offering. Fastball tip foul into the mid of the catcher Flores. Coming up empty Verdung. It's 0-2 and a chance for Blake to wrap up the inning. Again, Wyman, he's bounced around to a couple of teams, most recently with the Cubs. He pitched at Double-A Tennessee for them back in 2024. Here's the 0-2. That just missed low. Went sweeper again, and he missed down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's also pitched for the Pirates as well as a couple of other teams. Never made it to the majors, but he has touched AAA, has Wyman. He'll come set again. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. It was actually outside, but he got the call. Another sweeper that was off the plate, but Tatum Littleton still rings up Will Verdung. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Wyman, and 1-2-3 go the Clingstones in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll head to the 8th, still tied up at 1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 8th inning. It's tied at 1, Rocket City and Columbus. And do it for the Trash Pandas, the 8-9-1 hitters, Calabrese, McCroskey, and Nick Rodriguez against Owen Hackman, who tossed a 1-2-3 7th inning, striking out 2 of the 3 men he faced. First pitch is a fastball laced. That's a fair ball down in the right field corner off the sidewall. At first is Calabrese. He'll make the turn for second, and he'll pull in with a leadoff double. Just stayed inside the bag at first base. It went down the right field line, then caromed off a sidewall that has a Person Peaches Farm sign down that way. It bounced back into the field of play, chasing it down the right fielder, Kilpatrick, but not before Calabrese. It pulls in at second. He's now 3 of 3 with 2 singles, a run scored, and now that double. So here's Mac McCroskey in what you have to think would be a bunting situation. Mac has laid down 1 sacrifice today to the mound. He's also flied to right. This is a right-on-right matchup. They'll pinch in at the corners. Hackman checks second. Long wait. Another check. Here's the pitch. He squares. He pulls back, takes a strike. Does McCroskey. That was a fastball down the middle. I don't know why he pulled back on that. It's 0-1. He got good speed at second base. Playing up at first, Compton. In at third, Verdun. Hackman, he squares again. Then the pitch fouled straight back to the screen. It's 0-2. Mack is one of the team's more adept bunters, but he has struggled here in this at-bat. So he's 0-2, and let's see if they keep it on. You got 2 of your better hitters coming up next, but you'd like to do it against a drawn-in infield. You'd only get that to happen if they can move Calabrese to third. So 0-2 on the right-handed hitter. Closed off stance for Mack. The set by Hackman. Here's the pitch. He does square. He bunts it and to the mound. Beautifully up. Hackman to first in time. Moving to third is Calabrese. Boy, he makes it interesting, doesn't he? But Mack does lay it down. A beautiful bunt back to the mound. Over to cover was the second baseman, Tavares. It'll go 1-4 on the sacrifice, and you got a runner at third with 1 out. We'll go back to the top of the order. And Nick Rodriguez, who's 1 for 3. He already has an RBI today on a single. He's also grounded to short and rolled to second. This will be a right-on-left matchup. First pitch, a swing and a miss as they bring the infield in. It's 0-1. Nick, against right-handers this year, hitting .278. So this is prime opportunity for him. Rocket City looking to take the lead as We are knotted up at 1. Calabrese, good speed at third, infield in. Here's the 0-1 by Hackman, and that pitch is a strike, and it caught the corner. He threw him a sinker down and away, and it just clipped it. So it's 0-2, and now Nick up against it. He's got to shorten up and be sure to put one in play. Rowdy Rodriguez waits on deck. Hackman ready again. 0-2. Down and away as he took one. Sinker well off the plate. And not a bad pitch by Hackman. He wanted to go off the plate to see if he would chase one. 1-2 the count on the left-handed hitter. They play straight away in the outfield. The set again. Next offering. Slapped into left for a base hit. In to score Calabrese. Nick Rodriguez comes through again as getting it back in is Brownshway. Another RBI single for the Rocket City left-handed hitter. Calabrese scores from third. RBI number 31 for Nick Rodriguez. And the Trash Pandas are back in front. It's 2-1. That was a sinker down and in, and he just inside out of that ball into left field. Here comes Nestor Perez. He's going to take Hackman from the ball game after he just gave up the go-ahead run. New pitcher coming in for the Clingstones as Rodriguez stands at first with one out. Trash Pandas have taken a 2-1 lead. One out in the 8th inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher into the game for Columbus. This is right-hander Luis Vargas, who takes over for Owen Hackman, who just won an inning and a third. He allowed 2 hits, a run was earned. He walked none, struck out 2. He departs with a runner at first and 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. The Trash Pandas have just taken a 2-1 lead on an RBI single to left by Nick Rodriguez. So here's Rowdy Rodriguez as the Trash Pandas will now look for insurance. And for Vargas, this will be his second appearance of the series. Tell you about the first time as right on right. First pitch on the way, and that misses outside, a slider. It will go to 1-0. The look back in. Next pitch. That one will miss away. Another fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Vargas pitched on Wednesday, inning and a third scoreless. No hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts there. Right against right. Next offering is a fastball that will miss high. And it will go to 2-0 on the right-handed hitter. We'll get you his overall numbers in just a moment as Nick Rodriguez leads away at first. He's 6 of 11 in the stolen base department. And the next pitch is a fastball. There's a strike. It will go to 3-1. By the way, Rodriguez with 2 of the 6 hits tonight for Rocket City. Calabrese, meanwhile, 3 of 3. He has scored both runs. The pitch, fastball cut through and missed. It will now run to 3-2 on Rowdy Rodriguez. Vargas 3-3, a 5.13 ERA, 24th appearance, all in relief. He's 2 of 2 in saves, 33 in the third innings, 29 hits, 20 runs, 19 earned. He's allowed 3 homers and hit 1 while walking 19, striking out 47. Pitches down and away. That'll be ball 4. He missed with a fastball. So Nick Rodriguez goes first to second. Rowdy Rodriguez will trot to first. Walk number 1 by Vargas, and that's the first walk of the game by Columbus pitchers. In fact, that's the first walk of the game by either team. So 2 on with 1 out. Here is Tucker Flint with a chance to blow the game open. right against left. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch. Fastball, there's a strike. It was too low, and Tucker didn't like the call, but he's rung up nonetheless. That was a sinker down and in, but he gave him the call. 0-1 on the left-handed hitter. By the way, Vargas has struck out 47, opponents hitting .232 against him. Flint, like I said, 0 of 3, 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, and a foul out to the catcher. They play him straight away. Behind the runner at first is Compton. Vargas, 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. That was a slider down and in, and Tucker went over the top of it. And I'll tell you what, that one may have gone to the backstop. It got past Tovey, but I think it caught a part of the shin guard of home plate umpire Tatum Littleton. If not for that, I think we have runners at second and third. Be that as it may, here's the set by Vargas and the 0-2. Down and away, a cutter. 1-2 on the left-handed hitter. Wind continues to drift out towards straightaway center field. Trash Pandas have just taken a 2-1 lead on an RBI single by Nick Rodriguez. He's away at second. Leading at first is Rowdy Rodriguez. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A cutter, low. The last 2 pitches were well out of the zone, but Tucker couldn't hold off. He strikes out. That'll be strikeout number 10 now for Columbus pitchers, and they continue to rack up the strikeouts this week. 2 outs, runners first and second. Now Jake Monroe's turn. He's 0 for 3. Right against right, first pitch. Fastball, that was high, but he called it a strike, 0-1. This umpiring crew has really struggled with their zones this week, especially Littleton and George, who we'll see tomorrow. The kick and delivery, the 0-1, that skips past Tovey and goes to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch. I'll tell you what, if that last ball does get through for a wild pitch, a run would now score. As it is, moving second to third is Nick Rodriguez, and Rowdy Rodriguez will move first to second. By the way, that ball got wedged in the backstop in between the paddings, and so they called the dead ball right there. Either way, it's second and third with 2 out. It's 1-0 on Monroe, who has struck out twice, both times swinging, and bounced to third. A base hit would be great here. Right on right. Pitch Vargas. Down and in, a cutter. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. Vargas out of Esperanza, Dominican Republic, signed with the Braves back in 2018. They play him straight away in the outfield. Vargas kicks and deals. Fastball away. 3-1. A walk would load them up for Caleb Bartolero, who waits on deck. Trash Pandas trying to add more and distance themselves from Columbus. Here's the set. The 3-1. Just missed low, ball 4. It was a sinker. He didn't miss by much, but miss he did. Second walk by Vargas. And going to first will be Monroe. Already at third is Nick Rodriguez, and at second is Rowdy Rodriguez. They're loaded up with 2 out for Caleb Bartolero, as Mike Steed, the pitching coach for the Clingstones, will run out there and have a quick word with Vargas. So they're loaded up with 2 away. Bartolero is 0 of 3. 2 strikeouts, one of them looking, and a fly out to center. But again, 10 strikeouts tonight for Rocket City. They struck out 9 times the night before. And then in the first 3 games combined, they had struck out 41 times. So that is what? 60 times. And we're only in game 5 of this series. That's not good. Hopefully that's something that'll turn around. But in the meantime, they are leading now, and we'll see if Bartolero can come through with a hit. He digs in, as back in the dugout is Mike Steed. First pitch is in the dirt. It goes to the backstop. It Karen's back. Runner trying to score. He will. Sliding in safely is Nick Rodriguez. Moving second to third is Rowdy Rodriguez, and first to second goes Jake Monroe. It's 3-1. He threw him a slider, but he held on to it too long. He dirted it a good foot in front of the plate. Tovey did all he could to knock it down. It went over his right shoulder into the backstop, and a great break from third by Nick Rodriguez. That ball carrying back to Tovey. If he doesn't get a good break, he might have been out at home. But Rodriguez scored. Now they're at second and third, 3-1, and now the fastball down and away. It goes to 2-0. Again, Nick Rodriguez comes in from third. Second to third is Rowdy Rodriguez. Second wild pitch of the inning, by the way, for Vargas. And first to second is Monroe. Right against right, 2-0. Fastball missed outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Crowd doesn't like the call, but it was off the plate. 3-0. I got to think Bartolero will have the green light. Juan Flores waits on deck. Wind drifting out to center. 3-0 pitch. There's a fastball called a strike. It will run to 3-1. Little bit of room on the right side as Tavares shades up the middle. Vargas from the belt, 3-1. That one's in the dirt, and that'll be ball 4. He missed with another slider. 3 walks by Vargas. First 3 walks of the game for either team, so they are reloaded for Juan Flores, who is now the 8th man to bat in the inning, and a right-hander is throwing for Columbus, but he just got up. For Vargas entering play today, 19 walks in 33 1/3 innings. That's a little on the high side, but this is another level. Right on right against Flores. First pitch. Juan takes a strike, a fastball. It's 0-1. Flores 0 for 3. A fly out to center and 2 strikeouts, both of them swinging. A hit may put this game out of reach. The set and delivery. Swung and hit foul to the screen. Boy, he was right on that one, too. A sinker high and in, but he couldn't put it in play as he flicked it back. That pitch at 97, and Vargas will try to end the inning. The runners will lead away. Bases are loaded. The set. The 0-2. Missing low. A cutter that time. 1-2 on Flores. A 2-run 8th inning for Rocket City. Rowdy Rodriguez at third, leading at second Monroe, and over at first is Bartolero. Here's the set and the 1-2. Fastball again fouled straight back. Good fight by Flores. It'll remain at a ball and 2 strikes. This inning started with a double down the right field line by David Calabrese. He was bunted to third by McCroskey, scored on an RBI single by Nick Rodriguez. Walk to Rowdy Rodriguez, walk to Jake Monroe, and a wild pitch have given Rocket City a 3-1 lead. In the midst of all that, Tucker Flint struck out, and Bartolero just drew a walk. Flores calls time, steps out of the box. Now he digs back in. 1-2 with the bases full. The set by Vargas and the pitch. Swung, popped up, foul, off to the right as that one will land in the seats. That'll land about 3 rows behind the first base dugout where the Clingstones are. Gonna stay at 1-2. Good fight here by Flores. Rocket City trying to take their 3rd game this week, and if they do that, they will give themselves a chance to win the series tomorrow. Right on right matchup. Vargas sets and fires, and a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. He climbed the ladder on Flores, who came up empty out of the zone. Strikeout number 2 for Vargas. The side is retired, but Rocket City breaks through with 2 runs, both of them earned on 2 hits. No errors in the inning, 3 left on base. Bottom 8, Rocket City up 3-1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Leonard Garcia takes over in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rocket City up 3-1. Bottom third of the order is up for the Clingstones. Kilpatrick, Braunschweig, and Tavares. Left on right as Leonard. High leg kick, first pitch is a fastball high and away, 1-0. So that ends the night for Blake Wyman. 2 innings, 2 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked none and struck out 1. He's now in line to win this ball game as Rocket City leads it 3-1. The 1-0. And the pitch sails outside, another slider. 2 balls and no strikes for Garcia. This is his second appearance of the series. He was tremendous in his first one. As the right-handed hitter waits, Leonard fires a fastball back. Oh, boy. It's a strike, but, boy, it was off the plate. He got a break. It was a fastball high and away, but he got the call. 2-1. Leonard pitched on Wednesday and struck out the side, retiring the side in order. Right against right. Next offering. There's a strike. Threw him a sinker that caught the bottom part of the zone. It will go to 2-2 on the right-handed hitter. Kilpatrick 0 for 2. A strikeout looking and a bounce out to short. They play him to pull along the infield to the left side. Leonard at the belt. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He got the fastball by him high and away at 92. Kilpatrick down swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Garcia. Strikeout number 6 for Rocket City pitching. 1 out in the 8th inning for Logan Braunschweig, who has bounced to second and popped up on a bunt to the pitcher. For Garcia, 1-1, a 3.45 ERA, 26 appearance all in relief, 1 of 2 in saves, 31 2/3 innings, 20 hits, 14 runs, 12 earned as the first pitch. That was a strike. It was a slider that caught the upper outside corner, but it was called off the plate again. It's 1-0. I hate to get impatient, but boy, this is happening a lot. Left on left, 1-0 is a swing and a miss, a slider that time. It'll even out a ball and strike. 14 runs, 12 earned. He's allowed 3 homers, hit 6, and walked 11 while striking out 47 now. Opponents hitting 185 against him. Leonard from the belt fires away. Fastball, there's strike 2. It caught the upper outside corner. It's 1-2 now on Braunschweig. Leonard going right after him, and that's exactly what you want, as, again, it's a 3-1 ball game. Rocket City 5 outs away from a win. At the belt, here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball at the bottom shelf. Caught looking as Braunschweig, and he knew it. Back-to-back strikeouts by Leonard. Give him 2 in the game, 7 for Rocket City pitching. 2 up, 2 gone in the 8th inning for Ambioris Tavares, who has provided the only offensive punch tonight for the Clingstones with a solo home run off of Wyman in the 6th inning. He's also bounced to short. Left on right, first pitch Garcia. That one is in the dirt, a slider down and in. 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. Wind continues to drift out towards center field. A right-hander is throwing for Columbus, so it looks like we'll see a new pitcher in the 9th inning. Garcia, high leg kick, the 1-0. There's a strike, threw him a slider. And he actually hung it up there, but fortunately Tavares didn't swing. 1-1. Again, Ambioris has 5 hits in this series, including that homer. He's also driven in 3. Garcia likes what he sees. Here's the set and the 1-1. Swung on, popped up right side. That'll tail out of play and land in the seats right around a picnic area down the right field line. It'll go to 1-2 and a chance for Garcia to strike out the side for the second time this series. Playing up the middle is the second baseman, Nick Rodriguez. Leonard shakes off a sign. Now he's good to go. At the belt, the 1-2. Here it is. Swung and lofted along the line and right and deep. Tailing into the corner. That'll land foul as it lands off of a right corner railing. It actually stayed in the ballpark, but it tailed to the right. And that'll keep the count at 1-2 as coming back to home plate is Tavares. Again, Rocket City 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning to break apart a 1-1 tie. Garcia been a steady setup man all season long, trying to get the job done yet again. Guarding the line at third, Monroe. At the belt, 1-2. Missing down and away. Pretty good pitch there, a changeup. Haven't really seen a lot of changeups from Garcia. Wanted to show something different and see if maybe he could catch Tavares off balance. But he held up. It's 1-2. Actually, I think it's 2-2. Next offering. Swung, dribbled softly to the mound. right of the mound. Garcia fields it, throws. Did he get him? Yes, he did. I don't know what Bartolero was doing. It was dribbled softly back to the mound. Garcia fielded it, turned his body, made a long underhand toss to first, but Bartolero hadn't covered the bag. He then went over there at the last moment. He actually caught the ball with his bare hand, and his foot wasn't on the base yet. He then stomped on it, and they're going to say he did that just before Tavares was able to hit the bag himself. So that'll be a very adventurous 1-3 put out. And 1-2-3 go the Clingstones in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bartolero may have been spiked accidentally on that play, but I think he's okay. We will move to the 9th inning. 3-1, Rocket City on top. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
9th inning, it's a 3-1 ball game. First pitch fouled off by Cole Fontenelle. It's 0-1 as Isaac Gallegos comes on to pitch for Columbus, and the next pitch is a slider that caught the bottom of the zone. It will go to 0-2 on Fontenelle, who's 1 for 3 today, a strikeout swinging, a single, and a line out to right. Rocket City leading it 3-1 as Gallegos makes his second appearance of the series. Next offering. That one missed outside, a slider. 1-2. Close the book on Owen Hackman. Inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts for Columbus. He stands to lose this game. From the letters, here's the 1-2. Swung on and ripped foul off the railing of the first base dugout where the Clingstones are. It stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, Luis Vargas, he goes 2/3 of an inning. He faces 5 men. He walked 3, struck out 2, no hits or runs. He struggled today. 1-2 Gallegos down and in as he missed with a 4-seam fastball. It will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll get you a station ID here in just a moment. So Rocket City up 3-1. Fontenelle, Calabrese, and McCroskey, the bottom third of the order, due up against Gallegos. Here's the 2-2. Missing down and in. That was another slider by Gallegos. It'll run full now to 3-2. We've seen Gallegos before. That was on Thursday. He went an inning and a third, perfect frames. He retired all 4 men, struck out 3 of the 4 men he faced. Here's the 3-2. A fastball high and a good start to the 9th inning as Cole Fontenelle draws a leadoff walk. Suddenly 4 walks over the last 2 innings now for Columbus. And 1 man on with no one out for David Calabrese, who's 3 of 3 today, a double, 2 singles, and 2 runs scored. Before he steps in, let's take a moment for a station ID. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
David squares the bunt. He fouls it back off the screen behind home plate. It's 0-1. Maybe a little surprised to see that, only because he's swinging a hot bat tonight. But again, you're trying to add to what is already a 2-run lead, so a little bit of small balls, maybe not a bad idea. Verdung in at third, Compton holding the runner at first. The set, he squares again, pulls it back, takes it low. That was a 4-seam fastball, and we're even at a ball and a strike. 2 up in the 9th inning for the Clingstones, it'll be the top of their order. Clohizzy, Tolvey, and Waddell. And it looks like they'll face Luke Murphy, who's getting warm in the Rocket City pen. 1-1. He pulls it back. He pops it up left side and out of play for Calabrese. It'll go to 1-2. Fontenelle is 4 of 4 in the stolen base department, but quite candidly, he doesn't run quite as well as he used to since that leg injury a couple of years ago. He'll lead away. A lot of room down the right side for Calabrese if he can put one there. 1-2 Gallegos. That one slap foul pass first as Darren Brown, the first base coach, gets out of the way. It hits off the camera well down that right side and staying at a ball and 2 strikes. Gallegos out of New Mexico, went to the University of New Mexico. They'll go from the right side of the rubber at the letters. Sidestep delivery, and the pitch is bounced, dribbling up the middle, ranging, backhand field, flip to second out there, relay to first, not in time there. That'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. For a moment, I thought it might snake through into center field, but Tavares got a great jump, ranged to his right, backhanded the ball, and did a cross-body underhand shovel to the shortstop Waddell covering second. They get the fielder's choice on Fontenelle, 4-6. And again, Calabrese legs it out to first. He reaches base for the 4th time today. So runner at first with 1 out. Here's Mac McCroskey. 0 for 1, a fly out to right and 2 sack bunts to the pitcher. Runner goes, pitches low, throw to second. That'll be late. In with a headfirst dive is David Calabrese. He went off on first movement, and he'll swipe his 3rd base of the year in 5 opportunities. So an insurance run in scoring position with the count 1-0 on McCroskey. And we'll get you the numbers here on Gallegos. Right against right. 1-0. Swung on and launched into left center field, but it's going to hang up. Moving to his left is Brownshway, the left fielder. He makes the catch. Bluffing from second and staying put is Calabrese as the throw comes back in. Mac just missed that one as going back about 10 feet shy of the track was Brownshway. 2 out, now back to the top of the order, and Nick Rodriguez, who's already had a whale of a day. 2 of 4, 2 singles, 2 RBI, a run scored. He's also grounded to second and short. Gallegos, no record. This is only his 2nd appearance, so that appearance he made on Thursday was his first as a Clingstone. First pitch to Rodriguez is down and in. That was a fastball. 1-0 on the left-handed hitter. Trash Pandas trying to move to 3-2 in the second half with a chance to win the series tomorrow. Right on left, next offering. Swung on, bounced foul. Off the first base dugout railing, it will even at a ball and a strike. Gallegos, 23 years of age. The right-hander will peer in. Has a fastball, a sinker, a cutter, and a slider. Check of second, next offering. That one ripped hard and fair down the right field line. That'll go into the corner. A run will score. Around first, Rodriguez. He's at second. He's going to stop there with a 2-out RBI double for Nick Rodriguez, his 3rd RBI of the game. Give him 32 for the season, and Rocket City extends its lead to 4-1. Just slightly off the line at first was Compton. I mean, he was near it, but that ball was hit so hard, 106 off the bat. When he dove for it, he couldn't knock it down. He dove to his left, but it was past him, and it trickled down the right field line. And in from second is Calabrese. He scores his 3rd run of the ball game. And again, Rodriguez with his 3rd RBI. A runner at second with 2 away. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez. This is a right-on-right matchup, and the first pitch is going to be low. That's a sinker. It's 1-0. So Rocket City with 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th. They now lead it 4-1. Rowdy, a walk, 2 rollouts to second, and a fly out to right. Right on right here, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Threw him a sweeper down and away. It will go to 1-1. Fun one today. We've been zipping right along in this one. The Clingstones came back with a home run by Tavares to tie things in the 6th, and you wondered how the final third of the game would go. And so far, it's been dominated by the Trash Pandas. Right on right as Gallegos shakes second, the 1-1. Fastball will miss high and away. 2-1 on Rowdy. Away at second is Nick Rodriguez. Next offering. Swung and hit foul off to the right. Going to even at 2-2. By the way, for Nick, he now has 5 RBI over the last 2 games. Remember, he had a 2-run single. Actually, check that. It was 5 RBI for the series. He had a 2-run single on Thursday. When you play 6 games in a row against the same team, they all kind of run together. 2-2 on Rowdy as Gallegos tries to end the inning. High leg kick, the pitch. Swung and lofted into right field along the line, chasing his Kilpatrick into the corner, reaches, can't get it. Hits off the extended netting into that right field corner. If the ballpark is about another 5 feet bigger down that right side, he makes the play easily, but it skimmed off of the extended netting down that right side, and getting a mulligan here will be Rowdy Rodriguez. By the way, if you're Luke Murphy, you're sitting out there, you're ready to come in the game, you almost hope Rodriguez gets an out, because if Rowdy comes through with a hit and another run scores, that would take away a save opportunity for Murphy, who's going to go out there and try to pick up his 15th save of the season. That is a lead for all of minor league baseball. The set again, 2-2. Swung, ripped into left center for a base hit. Around third, Nick Rodriguez. He's going to score easily. There goes the save opportunity as Rowdy Rodriguez will stop at first base. He slashes one into left center. He'll drive in his 38th run of the year. Scoring easily is Nick Rodriguez. Second time Nick has scored today. And Rocket City, 2 in the 8th, 2 more here in the 9th. And they take a 5-1 lead. And suddenly you look up and they've pounded out 8 hits for the game as Mike Steed going to go out there yet again and have a word with one of his relievers as Gallegos is getting lit up. So a 5-1 ball game, and they will chat things over. So again, Rocket City, they got 2 in the 8th inning. 1 on an RBI single by Nick Rodriguez. That brought in Calabrese to make it a 2-1 ball game. Later in the inning, there was a wild pitch that scored Rodriguez to make it 3-1. Then here in the 9th inning, we've had an RBI double with 2 out from Nick Rodriguez to make it 4-1. And then Rodriguez scored on a RBI single by Rowdy Rodriguez. And that makes it a 4-run game as Steed heads back to the first base dugout. Now here's Tucker Flint. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, 2 swinging, and a foul out to the catcher. Right on left, and he'll take the pitch low. That'll be a fastball. 1-0. 8 hits in the ball game, 4 over the last 2 innings for Rocket City. A lot of room on the right side as Compton holds Rowdy aboard. 1-0. There's a strike. He delivered a sinker on the lower outside corner. 1-1 on Flint. So Rocket City now with a good 4-run cushion, and I just wonder, will they stick with Murphy? The way Leonard Garcia looked, I'd almost rather see him finish this one off. Here's the 1-1. That one down and in, a slider. And the count 2-1 on Flint. Keep in mind, you have one more game to go tomorrow. You could go with Yovan, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Runner goes from first to 2-1. Cut on and miss. Throw to second. That'll be late. And with a head-first dive again is Rowdy Rodriguez. Second stolen base of the day for Rocket City. Both of them coming against Tolvey. And for Rowdy, that'll be his 22nd stolen base of the year in 29 opportunities. And that puts yet another run in scoring position with the count 2-2 on Flint. Tucker will wait against Gallegos. A check of second. Here's the 2-2. Hit foul off to the left on a swing by Flint. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Rocket City, they have been awfully pesky against this Columbus team over the final 3 innings. They have struck out 11 times tonight, but only once over the last 2 frames. At the letters, 2-2. That ball grounded deep first, past the first baseman, backing up Tavares. He fields, fires to the pitcher. Gallegos covering in time to retire the side. Good play by Tavares not to give up as the ball skimpered past Compton. He fielded, and over to cover was Gallegos. 4-1 on the putout. Retires Flint, and the side is retired. 2 more runs scored, both earned on 2 hits. No errors in the inning, and 1 man left on base. Last of the 9th coming up. It's 5-1 Rocket City leading Columbus. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
For City in what is now a non-save situation. He will face the top of the order for Columbus. Clohizzi, Tolvey, and Waddell scheduled the bat against the Rocket City right-hander. So right on left gets us started as Clohizzi, 1 of 3, a double, a rollout to first, and a strikeout swinging. First pitch, swung, hit foul off to the left. It's 0-1. So close the book on Leonard Garcia. A 1-2-3 eighth inning. He struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced. And we'll get you the potential final line on Gallegos here in just a moment. At the belt is Murph. 0-1. Fastball missing high and away. 1-1. Gallegos, if the game ends here, goes an inning, allows 2 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck out none. Again, 5-1 Trash Pandas, 3 outs away from a win. Murphy kicks and fires, and the pitch swung through and missed. Beautiful breaking ball. The primary pitch for him is the fastball, but he's got a good slider, and he'll feed you a changeup every now and then. Usually when you're a short reliever like Murphy is, you get 2 pitches. That's good to go on. He'll go back to the belt. 1-2. Swung, looping liner, over Bartolero's head into right field. That'll fall down for a hit, and Clohizzi picks up the single. He caught it right off the end of the bat as it was down and in. He was able to turn on it, and if Bartolero is about another 4 inches taller, that's a line out. As it is, it's a little lobbing single into right field. Good start to the ninth for the Clingstones as one is on with no one out for Tyler Tolvey, who flew out to right his first time up. He almost got the ball out of the yard. First pitch by Murph. Here it is. Fastball cut through and missed. It's 0-1. It was a deep drive that sent Rowdy Rodriguez to the base of the warning track. He made the catch while crashing into the right center field wall. Had he gotten the ball out of the yard, the Clingstones would have led 3-1. And that was 2 batters after the tying home run by Tavares. Time is called as Murphy steps off the rubber. Luke 2-0, a .35 ERA, 25th appearance all in relief, 14 of 15 in saves. Here's the set. The 0-1 from Luke. Fastball swung through and missed. High and title will go to 0-2. 26 innings, 14 hits now, 3 runs, 1 earned. He's hit 2, walked 9, and struck out 33. Opponents hitting 144 against him. He's ahead on Tolvey. The 0-2, here it is. Fastball, that was strike 3, but they don't call it. Down and in, it just caught the corner, but he couldn't get the call. And now hearing a earful from the Rocket City dugout is Tatum Littleton. 1-2 on the left-handed hitter. Murph sets and fires. Swung and fouled straight back. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Let's see, Murphy. We've seen him before this week. That was on Tuesday, a game where he got the save. He'll set again. 1-2 to Tolvey on the way. Swung, rolled gently to second. Up is Rodriguez. Goes to second out there. Relay to first in time there. 4-6-3 on the twin killing. It was hit very softly, but again, you got Tolvey, the catcher, running down the first base line. He doesn't run that well. Rodriguez fed it to McCroskey, who turned it over to Bartolero. Throw was a little high, and Bartolero stretched out, but he was able to reel it in by reaching up. 4-6-3 on the double play, and just like that, 2 outs, no one on base, and the last chance for the Clingstones will be Luke Waddell. He's 1 of 3, a single, and 2 ground outs to second. Anyway, Murphy on Tuesday, when an inning and a third scoreless, he faced 4 men, struck out 2. First pitch, a cut and a miss. A cutter low. It will go to 0-1 on Waddell, as now Rocket City 1 out away from at least clinching a split of this series. Northrop Grumman postgame show to follow the action here. The 0-1. Fastball swung through and missed, as tipping it into Flores' mitt was Waddell. He was late on the fastball at 96. It's 0-2, and Columbus down to its final bullet. Murphy from the first base side of the rubber. He'll look back in. Come set. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball lofted into left center. This should do it. Moving over is the center fielder. Making the call and the catch is David Calabrese, and that's a winner for Rocket City. Waddell flies out to center field, and you know what? That's one of the guys who should finish it off, Calabrese, as again, he was great tonight, going 3 of 4 with 2 singles, a double, and 3 runs scored. He also stole a base. And Rocket City a winner tonight by the final of 4-1. Handshakes and high fives all around, as Rocket City will move its record to 3-2 in the second half, 38-35 on the year. Meanwhile, Columbus falls to 31-38 on the season, 2-3 for half number 2. Trash Pandas will go for the series win tomorrow afternoon. Again, Trash Pandas a winner this evening by the final of 5-1. We're going to take a break, come back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you. Back on Mission Command running the boards is Bailey Lowry, and the news is good tonight. Rocket City picks up a win over Columbus by the final score of 5-1. It was a grind throughout this one. It was a 1-1 ball game entering the 8th inning, but Rocket City scores 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th. With timely hitting, good pitching, and they win this one by the final 5-1. They collect 8 hits, Columbus with only 4. And once again, the Rocket City bullpen gets the job done. Yeah, they gave up the lead in the top of the 7th inning after Blake Wyman allowed a game-tying home run, but that was it. Wyman, Garcia, and Murphy combined to go 4 innings of 3-hit ball, allowing that earned run, striking out 3 after Nate Snead got off to a great start with 5 scoreless innings, 1 hit. and 4 strikeouts. So again, Rocket City a winner 5-1. Let's take you through what happened in this ball game. Trash Pandas, they had to go against Julio Robina, who they've seen a couple of times this season, and unfortunately the Trash Pandas have not been able to figure him out. Robina retired the first 6 men he faced through 2 innings. He then struck out Cole Fontanelle to start the third, but then Rocket City would start a rally, and it all began with David Calabrese, who had a heck of a game today. He led off the third inning with a single. He was moved to second on a sac bunt by Mac McCroskey, and then with 2 outs and a runner at second, Nick Rodriguez came through in the clutch with an RBI single into left center field, scoring Calabrese from second and giving Rocket City a 1-0 lead. That duo, Calabrese and Nick Rodriguez, would prove pivotal for Rocket City this evening. So it was a 1-0 ball game. That would be the only blemish by Robina, who pitched a beauty tonight for the Clingstones. 6 innings, 4 hits, a run was earned, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Nate Snead, like I said, was on the hill tonight for the Trash Pandas. He allowed only 1 base runner. That came in the first inning. 2 outs, no one on base. He allowed a single to Luke Waddell, but other than that, he was scintillating as he struck out 4 and walked none as he got Rocket City through 5 innings, and when he departed, it was still a 1-0 Trash Pandas lead. We moved to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rocket City turned things over to their vaunted bullpen. Blake Wyman got the call first out of the bullpen, and with 1 out and no one on base, it looked like he would cruise right along until Ambioris Tavares stepped to the plate, and Tavares, the right-handed hitter, went to the opposite field, deep over the right field wall, just beyond the reach of Rowdy Rodriguez. It was a solo home run number 4, RBI number 20, and that tied the ball game up at 1 apiece. And for Tavares, who's only hitting 171 on the season, he's had a whale of a week. He's now 5 of 15 for this series. That home run for this series was his first, but he's now driven in 3 as well. Later in the inning, actually, in fact, after that home run by Tavares, Patrick Clohizzi would step to the plate. He would rope a double into right center, and all the momentum was on Columbus's side. Tyler Tolvey would then stand in, and this is the same Tyler Tolvey who's hitting sub 100 for the year, but he had a home run earlier in the week against Jose Garcia, and this time against Wyman, he sent a deep drive into right field that off the bat I thought was going to leave the yard, but Rowdy Rodriguez got back to the very base of the warning track, reached up, made the catch while crashing into the right field padded wall, taking away a double from Tolvey, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Moving back to second was Clohizzi. That flyout was out number 2, and from there Wyman would get Waddell to ground out to second to end the inning, and that was really the last time the Clingstones would threaten offensively. It remained a 1-1 ball game entering the top of the 8th inning. Rocket City hadn't done a whole lot offensively for the game. Again, only 1 run on 4 hits, but it was the final 2 innings where they would really dominate. Owen Hackman had just tossed a 1-2-3 inning for the Clingstones in the 7th inning. He came back out for the 8th inning, but that man again, David Calabrese, stood in, started the inning with a double down the right field line. He was bunted to third on a second sacrifice bunt by Mac McCroskey, and then with the infield drawn in and the count 1-2 on Nick Rodriguez, Enrod would go to the opposite field on another RBI single, his second of the ball game, his 31st RBI of the year. In from third was Calabrese, and that would make it a 2-1 ball game. But Rocket City wasn't finished. Still only 1 out. It was Hackman taken out. Luis Vargas came in for Columbus, and Vargas struggled. He would walk Rowdy Rodriguez. He would then strike out Tucker Flint for out number 2, and then another walk to Jake Monroe would load the bases with 2 away, and then that's when Vargas uncorked yet another wild pitch. He actually had 2 wild pitches in the inning. The second one allowed Rodriguez to scamper in from third. That would make it a 3-1 ball game, and then we moved into the 9th inning where Rocket City would pad on to its lead with 2 more runs. After Cole Fontanelle led off the frame with a walk, Calabrese reached on a fielder's choice. He would then swipe second. After Mac McCroskey flew out to left field for out number 2, it was Nick Rodriguez one more time coming through with an RBI. This time it was a double down the right field line, scoring Calabrese from second. That would make it a 4-1 ball game. And then with a runner at second and 2 away, it was Rowdy Rodriguez getting in on the act with an RBI single into left center field. That brought in Nick Rodriguez from second, and that gave Rocket City a commanding 5-1 lead. And over the final 2 innings, there was not actually over the final 3 innings, the Clingstones could not do anything against the Trash Pandas. Wyman settled down after that rough 6th inning, tossed a 1-2-3 7th. In the 8th, Leonard Garcia struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced in a 1-2-3-8. And then in the 9th, Luke Murphy gave up a leadoff single to Patrick Lohizzi, but then he got a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Tolvey, and then got Waddell to fly out to center to end the ball game. And again, the Trash Pandas are a winner tonight over the Clingstones by the final score of 5-1. Here are your totals for Rocket City. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. And for Columbus, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left only 2. Blake Wyman will get the win in relief. His first win as a Trash Panda. He's now 1-0. Blake, 2 innings, 2 hits, a run. It was earned. No walks and a strikeout for him. Again, he's 1-0. And Owen Hackman suffers the loss for Columbus. He falls to 1-2 on the year. Hackman, inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked none and struck out 2. No save in the game. Time of game was a brisk 2 hours and 11 minutes. I'll tell you what, we were on pace for a sub-2-hour game. That top of the 8th inning took a minute. But again, 2 hours and 11 minutes was the time of game. And the attendance was a good one, 3,192. As again, the Trash Pandas topped the Clingstones by the final score of 5-1. Again, Rocket City a winner tonight over Columbus. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Again, Rocket City a winner tonight over Columbus by the final of 5-1. And the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That'll do it for us tonight. We will be back at it one final time from Columbus tomorrow in what will be a very early start. 11:50 is the airtime. 12:05 will be the first pitch. Final game of a 6-game series between these two squads. Rocket City will go for the series win as they've already taken 3 of the first 5. Tomorrow, right-hander Joel Hurtado will go to the bump for Rocket City. 4-2, a 3.08 ERA. He'll be opposed by left-hander Herrick Hernandez. 0-1, a 1.97 ERA. This is a rematch of Tuesday's effort, which was won by Rocket City by the score of 4-1 in that game. Hernandez went 4 innings. Rocket City was able to get to him, though. 4 earned runs on 6 hits. He walked 5 and struck out 5 more. Meanwhile, Hurtado, I'm going to read you his line. It was very good, but I think even he'd tell you he could have been better. He went 6 innings in that ball game, allowed a run on 3 hits, walked 2 and struck out 2 others. Still, he got the win. Hopefully we'll get more of the same tomorrow as Rocket City again will go for the series win. 11:50 will be the airtime. 12:05 will be the first pitch. Trash Pandas and Clingstones right here from Columbus, Georgia. You can catch all the action right here on Talk Radio WZZN as well as ESPN 97.7 The Zone. Tomorrow morning again beginning at 11:50 for tomorrow's game. That'll do it for us here that'll do it for us here this evening. Special thank you back at Mission Command for all the hard work this evening by producer extraordinaire Bailey Lowry. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score on this winning night, it's the Trash Pandas over the Clingstones by the final of 5-1. Until tomorrow, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.